Hello! Today, we're playing Gravedigger. We haven't done this in a while. I've had a number... Oi, get out of here. We've had a number of people asking me, why haven't I done Gravedigger in a while? There's a reason for that, and we'll get to it at the very... Get out of here. At the very end of the run. There's a bit of a bug that plagues the Gravedigger, and we'll explain it as we get there. But first, how are you? Let's get the run underway. Let's get started. First things first, though. In last video, the Souls-like roguelike game, I mentioned that my puppy, my dog Rippers, has had another litter of pups, and I was asked if I could share some pictures. If I'm remembering, in the editing stage of this, if I remember. Oh my goodness. I will put some... I did miss the sound of summoning with Gravey. I'll remember to put the pictures in, hopefully. If I don't, then yell at me and I'll do it in the next one. But I won't. And I will keep baiting you and telling you that I will put the pictures in, but I never will. Thus, perfectly creating a feedback loop of forced engagement. This is what we have to do these days. Don't blame me, dude. Blame the system. I don't want to waste a summon, man. Don't make me waste a summon. Just let me do it. Come in here on the swap. Ooh. Actually, if I... There we go. And I... Oh. No. No, don't. I'm... Ing. Stop it. Oh, look at you and your stupid attitude. This might be, I want to say, God, the 5th litter that she's had? She's at the point where she's done now, though. Like, we were supposed to be getting her snipped. Well, not getting her. There are 2 boys left who are not snipped. Funny enough, 2 boys from, like, the last litter, basically, or one of the last litters. And they're not snipped yet. They were too young at the time. But we had scheduled them in to get fixed. It's just easier to fix boys and not worry about the girls, because the girl stuff... spaying is a bit more risky and invasive and whatnot. If you can just snip the boys, it's usually a little bit easier that way. And at times, depending on where you're going, a bit cheaper too. They do charge more to spay than they do to do a good old testy twister. We need to get some damage in this build at the moment. King Lear, I need you to chuck more balls. I need you to throw the balls. But we wanted to get her in a position where she wouldn't have to have pups anymore. The problem is, do I leave her? I might leave her there. Just in case. Just in case we get her again later. Here. Couple of... Oh. Now, can I finish a thought? The discolored quartz! They know, dude. They know. They know what I want. By the way, I never showed you. We're starting with the basic staff, the insignia, as we would, you know. It's the best start for me at the moment. Quartz as well. We've got a good start, a good strong start. We had set up, let me finish my thought. We'd set up to get the boys snipped, except they were too young at the time, so we've kind of booked them in for, a few months in advance. The fact that the vets was also pretty jam-packed. If you find a good vet that you like, that looks after your animals, that you like, you kind of tend to stick with them and not worry too much about going to outside sources. The problem was, we didn't expect the boys to become so active so quickly, so in the time... I'm gonna roll it down. I'm not fussed, man. Here we go. Golden wand. I'll take it. Give me that 2 treasure. Give me my other stuff. Not bad, not bad. In the time it took us to wait for that to happen, the boys got active and got to making puppies. Do I just go ahead and lock in the revenge? Do we care? Do we care? Are you guys here for the build, or are you just here to see Gravey do cool shit? I don't really know what I want to do here. Because the build is going to be... we do need some cooldown. Gravey benefits greatly from cooldown. Let me get that. Let me get this. So that I can then ditch this. Pick that up. Come over here. Trade this. We get the gargoyle. And now we have managed to gain a little bit more bony goodness. We're at 29. I'm not going to get enough to upgrade. I can upgrade once, but I can't upgrade to... fully. It would be you. So we can't really do much here. I'm just gonna have to Stop that, lady. Stop that. I'm gonna have to just probably do this as Skul the entire way. It sucks, I know. Yeah, lady. A chance, quick! King Lear! What a foolish lady she is. Let me swap out again. Ugh. A chance, King Lear! Oh, into the balls. Out of the frying pan and into the... Come on, man. I just did the basic Skul run. I mean, it'll help a little bit in the beginning with getting stuff on deck, because in the very, very beginning, I'm not going to have enough damage on Gravey or cooldown to really get it going immensely. Here we go. Make my monster grow, and I'm 6 short. If I'd gotten a rare boy back there, maybe, but I like to assume I'm not going to get a rare boy. No. Well, now. Can you throw some balls at this guy over here, please? Oh, you would. Look at you, you would. I'm setting myself up for failure. I need to stand over here. That's right, I've got my fireballs. Why didn't I just spam, like, Skul tosses just randomly on the ground and just wait for them to do it? What I needed already. There we go. Upgraded King Lear kind of slaps. Alright. Let's do some of this and drop the... There we are. It's looking so much tastier now, dude. So much tastier. It has been a while, though. I remember I saw some comments saying, Beelz, it's been like a year or two since you did a Gravedigger run. I'm like, really? That long? That's insane. That means it's been a long time since that bug was put in the game, too. I don't... See, for a while there, I think I gaslit myself into believing the bug was taken out and was fixed, but I don't believe it has been. I genuinely will think and will tell you that the bug is still there. But because I'm susceptible to gaslighting myself, damn, what a shot. I'm gonna wait until I get there and see if... Wow, nice ball. I'm gonna wait to get there before I confirm or deny and then mention, but I'll kind of lead into it as we get there. I mean, I can just take something. It's not like it's a big deal just to take something. Give me this. I should have taken the feet picks, but I don't know. I want the bow. I see a bow and arrow, and I kind of like, ooh, I'll take that. Aha! Speaking of taking things, the Mage's Meta Bracelet. It's starting to look a little bit like the last run in here, isn't it? With the necklace and the bracelet and such. This is very handy. We do kind of want this. I do want cooldown stuff for the boy. Now, what can we lock in? We've got ourselves some 2 Wisdom. We've got some 2 Cycle, which is really good. We could go the Antique, Artifact, or Revenge route. I should just take Revenge now. The problem with characters like Gravey being a power boy is that he doesn't have as well... He's not well endowed with evasion the same way that others are. I'll put 1 in, and then we'll roll it out and see what else I can find. Glowstone's pretty sick. Do I go 4 Treasure, maybe? To get, like, a really good, strong start? We could do that. This does have Mana Cycle on it, too, which isn't bad, and the barrier's useful. I haven't got enough to lock in the last thing, though, but we will hold on to this, and then after we get into the next shop, we'll lock in that treasure. If I could get it early, that would be nice, but Act 2 is fine for something like this. My goodness. My goodness. My goodness. Get him, boys. Get him, boys. I should not have spun there. I'm just assuming that all of my shielding is going to make me tanky enough to just survive anything happening to me. When in fact, it does not. God damn, there's a lot of archers here, dude. Do you mind? Do you mind? Thank you. I just want to drop King Lear and have the... Oh. We're rolling out. We're rolling out. King Lear's doing their job. There we go. No. No. I think one King Lear gets that done, right? Yeah. King Lear kind of a beast. King Lear kind of bullies. I may end up having to keep little Skul in the build, actually, the entire way through, just so I have a... Courage, really? Just so I have a means of... Grudge Stone, you know? I'll take the Grudge Stone. Ditch this. I need someone to take over both when Gravey is, you know, out of cooldowns to use, but also someone for the end of the run. Now, here's where it gets really crappy. This is also why I need little Skul and someone else, because Gravey, I think one of his worst matchups is Yigs, right? Just because the chinny chin chin sits a little high. See, if I do this, what are they gonna do? What are they gonna do? Nothing, that's what. They're gonna do nothing. Useless. Devs. We need to do... He said, devs, we need to do something about this. We need to fix Gravey. He needs help. Actually, we don't need to... I dashed too early. Ugh. I'm just gonna have to do this with Skul. Sorry, dude, the authenticity of this Gravey run has been lost. Although Skul's doing great. Look, it's Gravey, the Grave Rave. Nah, it's fine. Gravey is the one who did all of that. All that work. Huh, interesting circumstances you're presenting to me. It's literally the last run, man. What are we doing? What are we doing here? What are we doing here? I should take and break. To be honest, I really should take and break that Raven Lord for the extra health, but I also want to break a unique, maybe. And get myself some money, because we got some uniques here. You know what? Let's do that. I'm just going to take cash. I hopefully won't need to worry too much about health in the long run, but I am going to worry about some other stuff, like money. Now, I think Silent Cries might be necessary for this one. If I end up getting 4 treasure, Collection Desire scales pretty well, but if I go all the way in, I don't know. Weakness Exposure is alright for something like this. Baby is also pretty good if I'm worried about survivability. But I think I have to take Silent Cries initially. Silent Cries plus 2 mana cycle, plus prayer, plus Mage's Mana Bracelet should just be like a ludicrous amount. By the way, look at our current bone stack setup. 31, just enough to upgrade. That little trick we did with the gargoyle back in the shop made all the difference in the world. Is that Hamlet? Man, you know what? Whatever. You can't always get Othello and King Lear together, or even a Macbeth. Sometimes you get Hamlet, the worst one of the bunch. Sometimes it does happen. And sometimes I drop me a little Hamlet on the ground and then hope for the best. Oh my god, I can't get over this guy's big old body. Listen to him. I'm dropping Grave Rave juice on the ground, dude. What you gonna do about it? Throw balls at this man. The recharge is pretty good, though. It's pretty good. The idea is to get rid of as many King Lears as possible, and then... I should be swapping into Skul before I come into the room. Get as many King Lears out on deck as possible. And then once they're out, we can drop Hamlets, and our... Jesus. Our... Wow. I didn't expect them all to melt so quickly. We've already reached critical mass. Silent Cries will reduce the cooldown of another skill when using one skill. So once we get rid of all of our King Lears, we can just mash Hamlet and we'll get King Lears back. No. That. Let me do one of those. And then this guy's gonna come back. And then I want to smack this and do one of those. And then they're going to chuck balls, and while they chuck balls, I'm going to come around flank from behind. Catch him with it, and then he's going to do that. What a fool. Fireballs catch him. He's dead. Mummy. Love it. Get some of this. Let's see. Wind Spirit Sylphid. And the Lake in a Bottle. It's a common. We don't care. We don't care. We're rolling it out. Although we need the treasure. If I'm going to hold on to all this treasury goodness, we may as well benefit from it, right? What do we need to ditch? I want to hold on to Mage's Necklace in the meantime while I have Skul. Damn, dude, you know, I'm just looking for raw upgrades. I want to keep this. We have to keep the 3 treasures for now. If I can replace glowstone with a better treasure, like the ring or pot of greed or something, we can do that. But we've already got the good magic damage treasure item. Grudgestone needs to go. It's mostly just Grudgestone, then upgrading whatever we've got. So Grudgestone, Grudgestone, Grudgestone. Aha! Puppies are active. I think there's a bike outside. I heard someone revving up down the road that might be setting them off. Do we believe in the... Of course we believe. We're only in Act 2 at this point. We're fine. We can take this and believe. I'm a believer. I believe. Roll it out. Get it straight away. No. If only, dude. I will buy this health though. Once again, like I said, the fact that we're a little power boy with less health than the average... well, not less health, but less mobility than the average Skul. Come on. Yeah, that's what I thought, buddy boy. No. 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 Once we get enough of them on the screen, it's going to get silly. Now, Hamlet does mean we're going to do a little bit less. Having fun, buddy? He's having so much fun. Look at him. Push you out of here. I was gonna say, she better die. She's gonna get in my way otherwise. It's okay, we've got Mirage. There. He has a hard time fighting on surfaces that aren't, like, flat, you know? Don't do it. Thank you, Lear. Big chest. Big chest, big chest. Nah, it's stupid. Jenny Sickle. Remember Blade Assault? Do you remember Blade Assault? I remember Blade Assault. Blade Assault was kind of cool for the little bit of time that it existed. Yo, Ninja, thank you. Can I be Guilty Pleasure guy and do another Ninja run again? Every time I come back to the game, I'm just doing nothing but Ninja runs? I like me a Ninja run. Blade Assault was an unfortunate example of a team just running out of steam. I believe Team Sunny did come back and work on something else, though, weren't they? It wasn't the... What did they work on? I remember they did something, but I can't remember what it was now. Was it the Dragon is Dead game, I think? Maybe? It was a game that I didn't actually really like very much at all. Like I did not mess with Dragon is Dead one little bit. I thought it was very clunky and very just... No, not for me. But I know they came back to do something. It was definitely not Blade Assault, though. Stop that. Hang on. Put down the hammy. We're gonna swap out so we can get our... Oh, the hit stop, dude. No ones, no ones. You, get the hammies down. Another one, another one, another one. Damn, dude, hitting the back of his shield like that causes so much hit stop. The screen looks like it's lagging. Just how powerful we are. She was behind him there, right? I think so. Did you do this, little guy? Oh my god. You never see this. Wow. 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 This is such a Skul run, dude. Like, I've got so many good pieces for just a normal Skul boy run. Man, do I ditch it now? I don't want to get rid of my treasure just yet. We've only just locked in 4 treasure. And I can't get rid of Mage's Necklace just yet. I can't get rid of... I don't care anymore, dude. I'm giving up on it. Who needs it when I've got swirling fireball power? Now, this isn't amazing for Gravey, But it's something, man, and we never see this. I have to take it. We have to keep it. I didn't swap out again. I keep forgetting. Holy crap. This is what we could have had last run if the RNG gods were favorable to us. But no, they never are. Although, we're getting some insane luck at the moment, though, right? We're getting some nice stuff. Damn. Damn. Hang on, swap it. Go in the room. Go pick a fight with... He's dead. Wow. I need to get downstairs. I need to get downstairs. I need to get downstairs. Drop this here. Should be some ghosties over this way. Yep. Push. There we go. There we go. Put that there. Put that there. He's gonna do stuff. Doesn't matter. Sucks to be him. Owie. I think Little Skull's gonna take the show on this one. It might just be like a non-deliberate follow-up on the last one. It's just, oh yeah, this is a Skull run that has like better stuff than last time. But it's okay. Gravey's along for the ride, and we technically benefit from this greatly. This helps set up the end of the run when things would otherwise go a little bit funny shaped, you know. I might replace the glowstone with some of that good incense. I do lose mana cycle from this though, but I think we can afford that. We've got so much cooldown in the build. And the idea with Gravey is that once you've dropped everything, you don't need to stay there. Gravey would technically benefit a lot from the Idol of the Forgotten, from a lot of, like Inner Fire, I think. Mutant, basically. He benefits from Mutant and things that swap him in and out really quickly. All you need to do is go to him, drop down his summons, and then leave and go to whoever else you're playing, because he doesn't really do that much on his own. He's okay, but he's slow, he doesn't dash well. You want someone else. So losing mana cycle now isn't the end of the world, because we have so much cooldown that once we run out of our regular skills, we can swap to Skul. See, if I do this, and I just drop as many of these as I can, and then we swap to Skul and we start throwing skills. Look at all of my King Lears. We're back to 3 already. Just we do a bunch of Skull tosses and we're set. We can manipulate that cooldown very well. Yeah. Do it again, dude. We love cheesing our way into some bonuses. All right. Tranny's necklace has that fat antique on it. This might be a decent little mini upgrade for basic Kalan staff. Right now, if I had collection desire, it would be sitting on money, dude. Money. Do I care about Prayer of Grace? I could just get my next wisdom piece here. Ditch Prayer of Grace. I don't want to say ditch for treasure. I could actually just ditch treasure instead. If I get rid of Karlan Insignia, because we don't need treasure long term. We just need it for a little bit. But I've only just gotten it. I don't feel like I've benefited enough from it yet. But we've already reached a point where the items are kind of flooding in at the speed of holy crap. Ditch the Insignia, take the Mage's Necklace, ditch treasure, lock in 4 wisdom, and then we're sitting pretty for the rest of the entire run. You know? Like, the build, we're kind of done. Like, this is it. We could just go right to the end of the game, and we're fine right now. And we're not even, like, at the end of Act 2 yet. It's kind of insane how quickly you can just find good items in hard mode runs. I remember when we're doing... Come stand over here, you won't. He's too scared to go stand near Hamlet. This guy's scared of Hamlet. What a baby. Let's put some Hamlets down. Damn, dude. These fireballs kind of slap. Can't believe she gave me that. I was thinking the Bible might drop at some point, you know. Getting the Holy Bible would be kind of sick. We could do some re-rolling, but I don't want to risk losing King Lear. King Lear is just very nice. I prefer Lear over Othello. Like, it's Lear, Othello, Macbeth, and then Hamlet in that order for me, but I will, Jesus. I will tolerate me some Hamlet if it's like, if I get the best and the worst, I'm okay. I'm okay with that. Oh my god. How many more can I put down, dude? How many more can I drop? All of this, and I need to get myself some collection desire, because we have I mean, looking at it like this, I need... If I could get myself another mana cycle and or antique, that'd be great. But worst case scenario, I can't. The worst case is I end up getting rid of my incense burner, which, you know, I'm gonna have to eventually. I keep 2 antique, but I lose 2 treasure. But if I take anything else... Like another mana cycle would be kind of sick. If I could find the mana tech, what's its full name again? How am I forgetting the name of like one of the coolest items? The circulator? I think it's the circulator. I'm getting it mixed up with another one. The circulator, the staff, there's a few good weapons that we can get that are in the mana tech tree of like items. I want to get one of those maybe that might have, because there's mana tech, but I think the circulator, does it have cycle and tech on it? Or is that something else? I'm trying to remember. Oh, ladies. Spin out. Losing track of where the hell I am. She's dead. Wow. Set up shop before she's even done. Spin out. Where am I? I've legitimately had no idea where I went. Yep, I'm losing track of where I am on the screen. I'm glowing blue with fireballs all around me. I don't know where I am. When I'm Gravey, I can kind of tell where I am because I can see my little tombstone being swung around, but damn, man, Skul actually just turns into an anime character when he gets a build like this going. He just, like, he's all over the screen. I have no idea what's going on. He's all over the screen! We don't have a good Quint yet, and this is an okay one. I mean, it's in line with what Gravey does. I just pair it with Gravey Swap, and we have, like, some pretty cool goo all over the screen. And I never really use Wraith. So if I do this, and then I do this... Oh, baby, the Grave Rave is so real right now. Hang on a minute. Hang on a minute, the Grave Rave? I love it. I love it, I love it, I love it. Now, we've still got Collection Desire on board. I've got 7. Worst case scenario, we go down to 6, but that's still a 150% increase. This is just be stupid not to take at this point. One more potential big boy. What do we want? I think weakness exposure is kind of necessary with this many attacks hitting all at once. We've got lears, hamlets, we've got fireballs from like 2 different sources, plus skull hits. It's just kind of turning into like a very similar thing that we've seen in the last build, but I guess it's fine. Mostly you're seeing a really cool legendary item that you otherwise just never get to see. The mage one is very cool. If you saw my playing with 99 of the same item kind of videos I did a little while back, spin. Having lots of these is really funny. If I find the slime and I can get this duplicated, ha 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 ha. Not only is that our mana cycle taken care of, but it's also, you know, it's my funny for the day taken care of. Now, let me... Oh. No, don't do that. I wanna... There we go. Oh, you're dead? I'm sorry. Look at them balls, dude! Hang on, swap out again real quick. I need to come get this, but I also want to get a fresh rave on the ground. He's gonna jump at me, we're gonna wait. Dude, he actually can't do... It's amazing. It's such a night and day difference, this run to the last one. The last one, my build was, like, okay with a lowercase o. It was like, it's alright. And a lot of this is Gravey. Like, you probably thought in the beginning that it's like, oh, it's just Skul running the show. He does do really well, but once Gravey hits, like, unique and above, he has 2 different summons, and he gets all of the goo on the ground and stuff, he becomes a problem. Like, if I just pivot into Gravey here... Look at... I did 1 summon. I pressed 2 buttons, and this guy just evaporated. It's a lot of damage. Gravey Boy is... Oh my god. This only gives 1 charge back per use though, but it's not enough. The Wraith is still cool. I might just keep the Wraith the whole time because of how cool it is. I genuinely, dude, I wish there was a way I could just spend money to get, like, oh, there is, it's called drugs. I was gonna say, I want to just use money to get stats. I don't need anything else, but no, we need drugs. We could buy clovers, we could buy the feet picks. There it is, no way. It does have cycle and mana tech. Yes! We have the item, dude. This is the best Skul build at this point. All that's missing is, like, the invisible knife and mana bone, and you've got like a disgusting Skul. Jesus, man. We're gonna lose some max life out of this, and our antique goes down to 2, but we don't care. But this gets us our 1 in mana tech. It gets us our 4 in mana cycle, which is disgusting, by the way. I was taking a look at relic and I thought we had enough for relic, but I didn't get the item I thought I did. I saw the root in the last shop, and I thought we had it in our item pool, but we don't. Skill damage amped by 30% is disgusting on Gravey. This is the build. We're done. There's literally, I don't think, anything besides maybe replacing some weaker ones like this with a nether mana suppressor. You just upgrade items as you can. The bottom row can't be upgraded. They're basically as good as they're going to be. Don't get rid of that ever. Don't get rid of that ever. You could get rid of this, but a 70% damage boost that also technically is actually a 115 damage boost thanks to artifact. I'd have to get another artifact one or just something of equivalent value like execute maybe and high magic damage, but I don't know, man. If I found something that would allow me to unlock wisdom, maybe like a Manatech circulator or something, and then not circulator, I'm thinking about this item now. Another mana suppressor, maybe I could get rid of this, unlock wisdom, and then put it into artifact to have the best of both worlds. That's about all I'm looking at here. Like, there's nothing else. I don't even want stuff that lets me swap faster and whatnot. I don't care. This build is already kind of. This is a chiefly build right now. Oh my god, is that who I think it is, brother? I don't know what's going on. What is happening? Okay, the guy upstairs is pissed. He's also at half health. What did I do to you, my guy? Oh my god, that thing is... How many of the big boys did you summon? Die? Ninja? The bone game is insane too, right? Can I just say the bone game is nuts? Alright, we want circulator, we want our mage item, we want... Not the book in the middle, we want... Ooh, that gets us our antique back to 3. See, what we could do is I could dump this. We only really lose 35% magic damage, but I get 3 antique, and then hear me out. My wisdom caps up, so then I take antique and I cap it at 4. You know? We 4 cap antique. How does that sound? Sounds pretty nice to me. We've still got 5 for the collection desire, which is still 125%. We technically lost more than 35. We lost what? What did I say we lost? 35 and then the 25? It's fine. It's fine. We've lost a little bit, but we're gonna gain so much in survivability with antique. Antique is worth the antique. Antique 4 is very, very, very good as a defensive. I prefer antique over most, to be honest. Like, people talk about like fortress and stuff like that. Nah, man. Antique is where it's at. All right, fella, get down here. You won't. He did. What a foolish person. I gotta flip out, actually. Holy shit! Dude, that circulator just destroyed Friezer. It's the circulator doing that. Because I'm hitting, I can throw and pick up my head so quickly. Not gonna lie, man. Gravey is kinda just here to join on for the ride. Look at this shit. Dead before he could do anything. Look at the fireballs. He died. Christ. What do I name the video? My Gravey run was hijacked by the protagonist? It's kind of a sick name, actually. I might go with that. My Gravey run was hijacked by the game's protagonist. I'm trying to play Gravey, and then you know what? We swap out and we do this. And they melt. Meh. Don't ask for another Gravey run for another 2 years after this, right? You're getting the best damn Gravey run you've ever seen. And I have so many bones. I'm already legendary. We have so many. Which means I can put more points into damage. More points into damage. Beelz is not escaping the rigged accusations after this one. Even though you can see it's not. I'm not shy about showing when I'm using the mod menus and whatnot. Good lord. All I really need now is the Idol of the Forgotten. If I got the Idol, that would kind of just... that would settle it so well into being, you know, not a god run. This isn't like the most powerful shit you've ever seen in your life, but it's pretty freaking close, dude. I've had people asking, wait, is Skul really that good? Like base Skul? Like maybe some people who are new to the game aren't aware that little default Skul boy has some absolutely disgusting, degenerate, filthy, heinous, evil, dirty build shit that he can do. I highly recommend you check out some Skul only runs. There are many of them. A lot of them revolve around using this particular item. But if you can get things like this, the mana bone, if you get enough crit and you want to use the invisible knife, that works pretty well there because you can trigger it very often with a lot of the like when you have circulator, these two are like the bread and butter. If you get these two together, the run is kind of done. You only need these two items for the little skull to kind of pop off. But the other stuff helps a lot. And if you get the invisible knife scales kind of stupid as an item, a bit like gunpowder sword. Like any source of decent magical damage is just really nice for him. Yeah, you're all kind of dead. Did you get to do the summon, by the way? No, I thought he was gonna... I was hoping you would die in time. Put that there. Who's alive? No one. I thought someone was alive down here. Oh well. Quick and powerful run is a good run. Let's just see. No, who cares? No, who cares? I'll take that. Thanks. Oh, Nelly. Oh, baby. Let me just summon a million fireballs real quick. Let me just... I don't want to deal with this room. These rooms are annoying. Because Gravey is a power boy and he can't move through rooms as easily. There we go. Here we go. We needed a mulligan. We needed one of the rooms to come out and be all like, he has too much health. His day is too good. There are puppies in the house. Yo, money? Thank you. They've had puppies. We were worried one was a little bit too... Damn, the egg? We were worried that the boy, the dark one, that doesn't... Not the white one with the spot on its back, the dark one. We're worried that he's a little bit tiny, but he seems to be doing all right. Normally it's like, you know, maybe he won't feed very well, or just he's... It sucks when you get like what's clearly like either a premi or just an underdeveloped one, which does happen. Most litters have at least maybe one that you would classify as a runt, but one who's just like a bit more advanced than just a runt. It's definitely not going to do very well. But he seems doing fine. We were worried about that. So, you know, it's all good news today. We've got a seemingly healthy, happy little boy puppy, along with his sister. I'm getting a powerful skull run. And then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, they're like, let's just throw this room at him. And so far, I've gotten like, what, 2,500 gold out of it? And I've only been slapped a little bit here and there. I'm okay with that. I'm not okay with that. That's kind of rude. I'm not going to lie. Give me this damn key. Seriously, what are we doing here, dude? Wow. What I need to do... I think it doesn't last long enough. I was going to say, what I should do is... like, trigger the fireballs before I open the chest, but I'm pretty sure, yeah, it stops before the guy even gets active. Hello? Are you serious? Are you actually serious with me right now? Well, I mean, we did have some absurd luck, so we needed to get something also equally as batshit insane luck. I mean, I think getting all of the chests open and the last one being the key, you could chalk that up to also being good luck, right? Oh my god. Damn it, man. I said earlier I wanted this. It's too late for it now. I can't lose my damn mana cycle. God damn it. Wait a minute. I've still got 5 wisdom. I was going to go for antique. I didn't do the shop, did I? No, I forgot to change. Ah. What if I just don't? What if I just get rid of my trainee's necklace and we just take Pot of Greed? But my Pot of Greed is my last antique. I could just get antique now. I could get it now if I ditch a wisdom, like, say, the basic Hylian staff. We could just do this and it's all set. No need to change anything in the shop. We lose 30% damage, but that's fine. We make it back and then some, and we get antique, and we get the legendary, which we only have... that's only my 3rd, right? Doesn't matter. Do this anyway. There we go. So I've got 3 legendary things. We need either a quintessence or, well, another item, because I'm not going to replace Little Skull at this point. Are you kidding? I mean, it's fine. We ditched 30% and gained 60 back. And now we have our 4 wisdom, 4 mana cycle, and 4 antique. Which is kind of disgusting. It's kind of gross. Looking at our stats, it doesn't look amazing, but I mean, it speaks for itself. You're seeing what's happening, all right? You have eyes. Do you even have eyes? I kind of despair for what's about to happen to the chimera. I mean, it would be much quicker and easier to just go in with Skul and just mash the shit out of my buttons to kill it immediately. Do I even use Gravey here? I kind of have to, actually, because in the Joan fight, I can't remember if the spirits actually spawn correctly. So, Gravey may not participate in the Joan fight, but I wanted to participate here. Let's get set up, baby. Is that all my spirits already? Damn, man, I've run out of room to summon more boys. I guess you just die then. Whatever. He participated! Woo! He did stuff. Amazing. Hijacked by the protagonist. Holy shit! We're cheating. We're actually cheating at this point. So, once again, I lose my 4 antique and I gain 5 wisdom, but now we have to unlock and put it back into antique to do this. But at the same time, we will gain 2 artifact from this. Holy crap. And we'll gain our next power-up from Pot of Greed. Which means it triggers, we get this, we don't care. So. No, what am I talking about? We're down to 4 wisdom, we need to keep it locked. So it's only... Ah, shit. Shit. I don't get my 3 antique anymore. Do I? I don't have antique locked anywhere though, do I? It's just that and that, right? Shit. But I really want it. I want it. Maybe I get rid of revenge for it, but I don't want to get rid of revenge either. Man. Man. What was my last antique again? The necklace? Damn, it's also good too. It's all so good. What do we even do? I have 6 points and a dream. None of those. What do I do? What do I do? What do I do? What do I do? We could take... Honestly, go-getter for the item damage. Are we... I wanted to avoid it and not think about it because I figured we'd end up getting a stronger Gravy Boy run, but at this stage, I mean... Are we even still considering alternatives? The run's been hijacked by the protagonist. I can't get away from that anymore. It's done, dude. It's done. We may as well just wrap the run up. Sign the ticket, dude. Name here, please. get it sorted, pay it through, and then in 2 more years' time, I'll come back and do another Gravey run and hopefully not have it be hijacked by the protagonist. So, if we were just gonna run through all crazy sauce... Oh my god. Look at this, dude. It's disgusting. Oscar! Don't talk to me. Yeah. Yeah. Walk into me. Go on, do it. I dare you. I dare you. These slammy boys are over here like, I'm gonna slam. Are you really? Says who? Says who? I got touched. Oh, that little pink ball hit me. Damn! Damn, 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 damn. Damn! Damn! Wait a minute. Could I get the spell book finished in time? No, not by this point. Although, the damage we're getting from the fireballs and whatnot will kill dudes too quickly. I'm not going to get enough. But this... we could ditch this, which would get rid of my extra antique. We could. We should, even. So the 2 antique, we've now got some omen in the build, which will make some of you very happy because I rarely play with omen items. I just don't care. It's just like, to me, omens are just like, they're nice. Some of them are a lot better than others, but I just don't really care for the difficulty. Like, it feels artificial in a way where it's just like, take more damage, but you get an effect. And a lot of the time, in my mind, the effect isn't warranted. It's not necessary. Unless it's something, like there's a couple of omens that genuinely are just disgustingly nice, like the omen for, the idol, for example. There's some that are really, really good, but more often than not, it's like, I can live without that. And you'll do fine. You'll do fine without. I kind of want to break the Rockstar if I get the chance. I don't need to, though. I've got plenty of bones coming in. Speaking of, actually, dude, I literally don't know if there is anything I would take to replace an item in here. Prayer of Grace, maybe with a better mana cycle item, but I don't even know what. Like, I don't care. Like, I don't care. Oh my god. Oh my. No, it's not enough. We don't care. Oh my god. I'm not disheveling the build. I want to leave it the way it is. I don't need misfortune. I don't need all this other stuff. Although, come on now. That's 25% crit rate if I get misfortune to 2, and if I get this as well, that's 35% crit rate. On top of what I've got, that's 45. 2 items, and we're sitting on, like, disgusting amount of crit, which means invisible knife procs absurdly quick. I don't have room for 2 more items. Got room for 1. I could just take the knife. It's mostly item damage. No, I'm overthinking this. I mean, the fact that Manatech Gravity Generator is here as well, I think every single item that Skul likes has kind of shown up at some point. I'm rolling it so I don't think about it any longer. I know someone... Ah, man! I know someone is in chat, just absolute chat, the comment section, screaming right now, going, why do you do this to me? Because I don't need to worry about anything else. Why do I do it? Because I don't need to care, because I can just do this. And the game just kind of plays itself at this point, dude. Champion? Dude, the luck is insane. Check him, hard drive. Got to do nothing. It evaporated before our very eyes. No, not doing it. Weapon Master? Please, dude. I got Wraith on my side. I got an equally mid. That was Kabuma, I swear to God. Oh, I swear, dude. Who's the victim of the day? Ninja? This might be kind of funny, actually. I need to bait him into doing an attack that makes him unsafe, and then see how much damage we can do in a single burst. That's some good damage. That's some good damage, alright. I was thinking he was going to pop his ult, but he just didn't. Died with ult. Cringe. No friggin' way! Holy shit, dude! God damn! I might just take this, dude. Yeah. Yeah, we take this. I'm getting rid of it. But mana cycle! A mana cycle! I should just take the cudgel, though. I should. Why wouldn't I? I get slams, dude. I get slams. I get a damage reduction effect when I die. I get health. I get so much from this. Take the cudgel! Take the cudgel. So, what do we have to worry about doing? Have we not lost... I've lost 483 health. Okay, we've not lost enough. The survival effect on the cudgel will be... Oh... It'll be okay. The way that it's set up right now, it's that if... Because thanks to Omen, I might end up dying at some point on either Dad, Dark Skull, something. I don't know. It depends if he grabs me or not. If he grabs me and goes... Rah! I might just blow up in one hit. But, Cudgel will activate. I don't have any room to put on the extra bonus life thing, and I don't have Voodoo Doll, so I just kind of have to live with it. But... I don't care. I don't care. Seeing 3 mana cycle now makes me unhappy because we had 4 antique and 4 mana cycle and we've just lost it. And mana cycle's not even locked either. It's just on our items. Hang on to then who? You. Gross. Get some health. Not like we need it. There we go. All that's left is the pillar that's going to give us some more attack and cooldown speed. Do I need more cooldown speed? No. Probably should just take gold rooms from here on out. The attack speed shenanigans do, like, literally nothing for us. Literally nothing. I'm just going to run to the end of the game at this point, dude. Let's just get out of here. Run's over, good. Good run's over. Get it out of the way. Do we care? 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 No. Get money so we can get drugs and armor upgrades, maybe. Don't look at me, don't touch me, don't think about it, dude. Just piss off. Yo! How dare you? All those cudgel slams at the same time. You see how the ground is yellow underneath me? That's the cudgel effect going off. She came back! I'm gonna talk to her. I saw you when I was weaker. Now I'm strong. Oh, no way. And I get the dear friend? Alright, alright. Do I name the video my Gravey run was hijacked by the protagonist? Or sincerely, I might be cheating? Like, I might just call the video I might be cheating? Or, you know, he might be the luckiest guy today? Insane. It feels like a steam engine, like... I'm a train just going choo-choo and I'm running through dudes. Yeah, why not? We're here for the drugs. I'm not here for anything else. Give me that. Pocket watch is so funny though. Pocket watch would have been great if I was still doing Gravey, but I'm not. I'm not. Everything is set in stone. I'm not doing anything now. I'm just gonna roll it. God damn it, man. There's no way, man. It's fine. Leave. Money. We got some armor. We got some drug. Yeah? 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 What are you gonna do about it? Yeah? Yeah? That's what I thought, dude. God damn it! No. No, I'm not taking it. I don't care. I don't have a good enough mutant run for this. I don't have the 3 out of 3. I would need to get 3 mutant. I've done idle runs before. You've seen them before. It's not happening. Cry about it. I'm doing an egg run. I'm doing a Skull Boy Omen egg run. I am not doing... Dude, I'm speaking it into reality. Gee, it sure would be terrible if I won the lottery, dude. Oh my god, that would suck. I would hate it if I just, like, randomly just received $1 billion. I've thought about it before, you know. One of my favorite things to do with Jed is we talk about stuff that we wish we could do, just given infinite resources and stuff. I wanted to do, for a number of years now, I love the idea of doing extremely altruistic, just charitable things, sort of like what Mr. Beast got up to, right? Before everything went downhill and just kind of shit when it comes to Mr. Beast stuff for a while there, where now a lot of people just don't like him the same way. Stuff like when he cured blindness and all that kind of stuff, and, you know, I think he helped adopt out a bunch of dogs in a shelter and just little things like that. I want to do stuff like that, just for the fun of the game, right? 2 years ago, about a year and a half ago, shortly after my mother passed away, I know, grim topic to start on, but we'll talk about it this way. Shortly after my mum passed away, I got her inheritance, right? And it's not a massive inheritance by all things. My mum was a very, you know, humble person with just, you know, regular homegrown kind of stuff. So not worth millions of dollars or whatever, but, you know, a little bit of money, a tiny bit of money. Enough to get me by for the next 2 years, right? I'm basically broke now, but it was enough to get us through some tough times. During those tough times, when Ripley, we go back to the dog now, right? When Ripley had one of her puppies, we went into the vet because one of her puppies was the... By the way, if you noticed, I don't think any of Gravey's clones came upstairs. The ring is here, by the way. Holy shit. Let me finish the story real quick. So we went into the vet because one of her puppies was not looking good. Sure enough, wasn't. It was a very underdeveloped little puppy. We were seeing if he could be saved, and even the vet took a look and went, I'm sorry, but this little guy is just not going to make it. It was sad. We didn't like it. We were there waiting for about 4 hours. It was like 2 in the morning at an emergency after-hours vet that was stacked full of just, like, dogs, cats. There was a guinea pig in there at some point. There's a rabbit. There's a lot of, like, due to the nature of that particular clinic, they get a lot of exotic animals. So if someone has, like, a kangaroo that they just hit with their car or whatever, they'll come in with a roo, like slung up in a blanket because he's got a busted leg or something. Anyway, we're there, and while we're there, there's a guy, right? There's a guy who comes in through the front door looking like he's in a panic. He goes into the next room. You know it's serious when the vet tech sees the animal and there's like, all right, come with me. And they walk them straight into the back instead of putting you in the waiting room and taking all your name and information. They walked him into the back, and then he comes out about 20 minutes later. His cat was bit by a snake. I don't know what kind of snake. They assume it might have been a copperhead or something. I don't know. It was bit by a snake. It was still, you know, alive and all that kind of stuff, but he wasn't good. And so they needed to treat the cat. After hours emergency vet treatment fee for a snake bite, it turns out, is 2,000 Australian dollars, which is not cheap whatsoever. The guy in question, and I've been there, the guy in question was on, for us, we've got Centrelink. It's basically, welfare, I want to say. There's a better word for it, but it's on welfare, government benefits kind of thing. He's unemployed at the moment, might be sick, could be on disability or whatever, but he's on Centrelink payments and all that kind of stuff, and he's freaking out because he's going to have to get like a vet pay loan and refinance and whatnot to afford a $2,000 bill out of nowhere. I mean, who's affording a $2,000 bill out of nowhere? Long story short, I overhear all of this, right? Jed is not in the room at the time. She's actually, like, outside talking to someone else. She's outside grabbing some fresh air because we've been in there for 4 hours. She comes back inside, and I say to her as she walks back in, I'm like, I've overheard this conversation happen, etc., etc., and I explain the situation, and I say to her, I want to do a cool thing. Can I do a cool thing? And she's like, you know what? It's your money that you got from your mum. You can do a cool thing if you want to. And I'm like, cool. I walk up to the front counter, and I tell the ladies there, I want to pay for his fee. And she's like, are you sure you want to do that? And I'm like, yes. And they looked at me confused, like I'm a weirdo and a freak for doing this, and maybe I am, but it's like, I want to do this thing. It's the coolest thing I've done so far. I pay for it. He comes over because they're calling him over, and they're like, it's done, don't worry about it. He freaks out. He gives me a hug and all that kind of stuff. He begged for my name and number so he could pay me back, and I told him, no, I'm not telling you who I am. I don't want you rocking up on my doorstep. Just kind of, you know, no, go away. You annoy me. It was like the coolest thing I ever got to do when I had a little bit of money to my name, where I was able to with disposable income, do something. And in hindsight, most people would say, well, you know, it's a nice thing to do and all that kind of stuff, but maybe not worth it. But come on, man, the guy's cat was bit by a snake. I don't want to see the cat suffer or potentially die because of that. I don't know what to do about the situation, by the way. I'm just going to break the ring. Can I break the ring? Best item in the game? We've got the ring and the cudgel in the same... What if I just get rid of the damn egg? I can't get rid of the egg. I can't get rid of the egg. I can't get rid of the egg. Pot of Greed is at 4 stacks right now. Just let me quickly, very quickly... The solution is to ditch the Dark Quartz, give up on Revenge and Antique because we don't need them. I'll lose, like... what do I lose? 50% damage from losing these. But I gain 40% back. I gain crit, attack speed, cooldown speed, max health. God! Do it. Just do it. Just do it. Just do it. This is a stacked set of items. Anyway. No more revenge. All the revenge babies who complained about me taking revenge in every single run. No revenge, it's okay. Did we max out? No, we didn't even max it out. There we go. Long story short, he was very thankful. He called his sister. He had his sister on the phone talking to her. She lives in another state. For the Aussies out there, she lived in Brisbane, up in Queensland. We're in Tasmania, so a bit of a long distance from his sister. She was going to help him cover some of the expenses, and he told me to, you know, talk to his sister on the phone. She also tried to get my number and name, and I said, no, not going to happen. We walked out of there, you know, an hour later, finding out that our puppy was not going to make it, so we had to do the hard decision and let the vet kind of, you know, put the puppy down because it was not doing well, and it would have suffered for the next 6 hours, that it would have struggled to breathe kind of deal. So it felt nice to get, like, a silver lining out of a really shitty situation, you know? We got to help his cat, which the cat, from what the vet told us, would be fine. They had already treated the cat. He basically said, do whatever you need to do. He was mostly freaking about the finances. The cat's life was not really in danger, but I feel like by doing this, we've kind of, you know, helped him and the cat in a way, because he would have had to take a big hit to his finances for that. And we've been there many times before. We have a lot of pets, as you can tell from, you know, breeding dogs and whatnot. Last litter that Ripley's going to have, we're going to get these boys snipped, and we're not going to have any more puppies after this. But it's just, it's nice to be able to do stuff like that. And if I had disposable income, if I had money, I've said to Jed before, I love bringing up that story with her occasionally, just talking about, remember when we got to do this? I would love the situation where I had, you know, some money, and I could just, I wanted to go to a vet and say, right, for the next 24 hours, everyone who brings their animals into the vet, it's on me. I'm just going to cover all of it. Just give it like 24 hours of just no fee. If you need your animals desexed, because desexing, sometimes they can't afford that, right? It gets expensive in some vets. Come get your animals desexed. Get medication for them. Get treatment for them. If they got a bung leg, help them out. You know, do something for your pets. Or do that, I know a lot of influencers online do that bit where they go to supermarkets and whatnot, and they pay for groceries. Things like that, or, you know, helping people with tuition and stuff like that. You find some struggling students who are working a part-time job earning, you know, $8 an hour, although in Australia that's not the case. It's more like around 11 to, I think it's 15 is the closest thing. Holy shit, by the way. He did some damage to me, but he nearly died in record speed, dude. If he didn't pop ult right there, he was melted. But I love doing stuff like that, or the idea of doing stuff like that. It's what attracted, I think, a lot of people towards Mr. Beast and the kind of stuff that he was doing at the time in the first place, is people like to know that there's good people out there who just want to do good things. I would love that. And obviously, I would have to do... I love the feedback loop. I love the idea of... And I don't get people who say, oh, you're doing it for content. If I made videos for it, if I did that kind of stuff, it turns into a feedback loop. And that way, people who want to do that can continue to do it. Because after you do it, that kind of thing for enough time, you run out of money, you run out of funding. So you either then ask for crowdsourced donations and you ask for the community to give you money so that you can then give that money to other people, or you monetize it. And that way, when people watch the video for free, they can see a good deed, experience a good time, nothing out of pocket. It's just their time that they were going to spend watching it, and the advertisers become the ones who pay for it. And you can keep doing it pretty much as long as you get viewership for it, right? That's why I think it's sad that like you don't get that kind of stuff happening as often as you would like. I know there's a lot of like, what's the word here? There's a lot of gray tape, or a lot of yellow tape, I should say gray tape. There's a lot of gray morally and yellow tape when it comes to certain topics. Like, some people are a bit iffy about how you go about helping people, like the homeless, or how you go about housing people in general, or how you go about helping people with medical conditions and whatnot. But damn, it'd be cool, man. It'd be so cool. I love shit like that. I want more of it. I'd love to do it. If I ever win the lottery, I'm not saying, there'll be signs, right? If it turns out there's a dude who's paying for 24-hour vet care. I lost track of where I was. I'm not gonna lie to you. I threw so many fireballs out there that I lost track, and I let Dickhead get away with activating his ulti. Die. There will be signs, is what I'm saying. There'll be signs. If you find out that that was ever actually done, you'll know about it. No. No. Don't stun me, bro. I can't see shit. And this is really scary because he has the potential to cause a lot of damage if I fuck up, which I just did. We've got a lot of health, though. We've got a lot of health and a lot of means to us, so we could get away with maybe killing him before he gets to change phase. Sick. Sick. Now we take the bone over here. I don't know if the bone is still broken. I believe it's still broken, but the idea is what there's a weird bug where envious tibia, when it stacks up to maximum and it activates its effect, which I probably shouldn't have done that straight away if you wanted to read it. So you move around, and once you've reached maximum value, you deal damage and you get attack power increase and all that kind of stuff. For 5 seconds, all attacks are crits. The broken thing about this, for whatever reason, is that your items do crit damage, which they're not supposed to, but they do. And so for whatever reason, everything does crit. So I don't know if it's a bug or intended. If it is intended, then this is by far one of the most powerful effects. But word had it on the street months and months, or I should say years ago at this point, that it was broken and as a bug, but we don't know. Anyway, on to the main reason why Gravey doesn't see a lot of play from me anymore is because in the robot phase of this fight, you might notice we don't get little minions showing up at all. I might slow down the fight and just show you that. You can see one walking on the screen right now, but I believe the robot phase is still busted. So let's just get to robot phase quickly now, shall we? Now, if you swap Gravey, it's different, but like tombstones, you won't find the option. Let me show. We need to see if we can see. See, there's none on the screen right now. There's none spawning yet. We get tombstones, right? We can drop shit. But be careful. Wait a minute, are the little dudes back? Are these naturally occurring dudes, or are they different dudes? Wait a minute, was Gravey fixed and I didn't realize it? Hold on a minute now. Doesn't matter. Tell me what the deal is in the comments if you know, because I was under the... Jesus. I think it is the naturally occurring ones, because none are on the screen right now. Yeah, there's none. The ones that show up when you swap will be there, but normal ones don't show up. Which for a while was a pain in the ass, because it meant that you had to have like a mutant build or a lot of swapping. It slowed the fight down tremendously because Gravey had to swap, and depending on who you're summoning, like if you're doing Macbeth and all that kind of stuff, there's not enough tombs to really get much value out of it. I just didn't like that he was busted like that, but it doesn't seem to matter anymore, dude. Shut up. Because the run is kind of broken. Look, it's Gravey, the guy who won the run. Sick, right? Yeah, I love it. You love it. We all love it. That lineup of items is really, really, really gross. I'm sitting here thinking in the back of my head, I know there are ways to improve this, but just from like a generic standpoint, damn. Like, everything there for that run is kind of nice. The mage, let me get my mouse on screen. The bracelets over here, maybe replace those with something else, like the Idol of the Forgotten that we had, because we didn't end up keeping our mana cycle anyway. I mean, Mana Tech Circulator does that job on its own. Silent Cries plus Circulator is kind of all the cooldown you ever need, which is why ditching the Grace was okay. I just kept this for the Wisdom mostly, but I needed a way of getting more Wisdom. I don't even know what I would do. I'm not even going to workshop that. I'm just going to leave. Because if I think about it for too long, I'm going to get really, really, really excited about the idea that we got pretty close to a perfect setup for Skul only. As opposed to the last video where I got like, it's alright, I guess. It got to the end, it was alright. It was nowhere near that damage though. If you compare the two, wow. Wow. Anyway, what a day it's been. What a run it's been. You learned about the puppies being born. We talked about doing cool charity shit if I ever had the money for it. We learned a lot. Also, Blue Point Studios was dissolved by Sony. Xbox developer leads Phil Spencer and Bond left. The world is going upside down. Jim Carrey is apparently a clone, and the world is run by a shadow cult. That's what I've learned in the last week. I don't know what you guys have been learning, but I've been learning a lot. But we've all learned something today. We've all learned something today. But with all of that said and done, I've got to get out of here. I've got more demo stuff to go and record to do other videos for other games. Yeah, I hope you guys have enjoyed watching Skul absolutely nuke the game in what is one of the best Skul only runs I've done, I think, ever, if not in recent memory. I'll see you all next time. Have a good one.